Hey everyone, it's Corey. So today we're doing February favorites. I know, it's crazy. Like February is over. Like the year is almost done. 2024 is upon us shortly. Anyways, throughout February I was rehearsing for a production of Lacage and stuff, and I still have no job and all this other stuff, and my hair looks disgusting. I need to get it cut, I need to get my roots done. We're not going to even look at it, we're not going to talk about it. But I do have some favorite products to mention for the month. I don't have my contacts in right now, so I can't see anything, so this is a really awesome time. But on the concept of hair, this is the L'Oreal Total Repair 5 Multi-Restorative Dry Oil, and it looks like this, and it just has a little spritzy bottle, and I like to use Redken Diamond Oil for, like, the bulk of my hair, like the silver part. But for the sides, like, if I just need to, like, tame some of this, like, fluffiness, or if I have, like, some dandruff or whatever, I'll just use this, because I can, like, spray it on my fingertips and then, like, massage it in. And I like it. It's kind of, like, silicone heavy, so it does feel kind of slippy. And I think it's nice. I don't know. I found it in the pantry, so I started using it. So that's the L'Oreal Total Repair 5 Dry Oil. Next up is the NARS Orgasm Illuminator. I just did a liquid highlighter video, so you could check that out. It's like 2 videos back. And I know I mentioned in this video that it doesn't really hold a lot of pigment, so it just looks like your cheek is like wet. But on those occasions when I'm like wearing nothing, I think that that's like a really effective, like pretty look, just having that really glowy cheek. And it holds like a little tiny bit of color, so I think it is nice. And I always thought that, like, you know, doing it at my little mirror right here, I didn't notice all that much of a glow. But I looked at it when I was in my car, like just in the little flip visor mirror type thing, and my cheek looked so wet, and it was incredible. I drag it from, like, the apple all the way back, and it just looked so good. Like, I could not get over it, and I was just wearing this, like, just this, and I think it was super duper pretty. So that is the NARS Orgasm Illuminator. This is a tiny one. Next up is Hourglass Radiant Light. I mentioned this. It's this one. It is, I can't see anything. It's this one. I mentioned it in my, like, latest Get Ready With Me that I've been loving using this kind of, like, bronzy, like, light shimmery shade as, like, a forehead bronzer. And I am wearing it today just, like, through, like, the, kind of the center of my forehead to, like, warm up my face. And I think it's so pretty. This is what Radiant Light looks like. I hope you guys can see that, because I can't, and I'm not even gonna do it. But it's so pretty. It's a little bit on, like, the peachy side, but I think it definitely does look like orange, sort of. So it just adds, like, that little bump of color to the forehead area with a little bit of glow. Because what I used to do was just, like, bronze my forehead, then drag my highlight into where the bronze was. But this kind of, like, knocks out 2 birds with 1 stone, and it's so finely milled that it just looks like glowy, beautiful forehead skin, and that's pretty awesome. Next up is the Lou Manizer by TheBalm. I've been using the absolute heck out of this product. I've been using it as, obviously, a cheek highlight. I do not have it on today. I have on Becca Champagne Gold, like that, like, yellow highlighter from Holiday. And I've also been using this as an eyeshadow, like, on the lid. You know, like, the look for the show is kind of like this, like, exaggerated, like, really winged out cut crease and, like, a shimmery pale shade on the lid. And I've been using this as, like, that shimmery pale shade on the lid, and it looks so good on the eye. Like, it's crazy. It doesn't even look shimmery. It just looks like, it looks like your eyeball is wet. Like, does that sound disgusting? But it's so good. It's super finely milled. It's really, really intense. My only concern is, as I've been putting my brush and, like, my finger into it, I'm pretty sure the pan is, like, about to fall out. Like, it feels as if the glue is very, very loose, and I've heard that that happens with some people, that, like, it just falls out. So I'm probably gonna have to super glue it in again, but such a good product. Next is the Physicians Formula Matte Collection Quad Eyeshadow in Canyon Classics. This is, like, one of those, like, old school Physicians Formula products. So there is, like, a gray shade, like an off-white, which is really pigmented. And then these two are actually pretty similar. like these two browns that I've hit pan on, they register really gray on my skin, and this one registers more gray than this one does, but they're both really, really, really cool tones. I've used these two in my eyebrows before. I've used this in my eyebrow before. This is such like a pretty, like I like to use a base shadow over my eyeshadow primer so that, you know, like the shadows don't stick to just like one area. And this is really awesome. It's just a base shadow over primer. This is really good to help add definition to like a cut crease. These are good to like blend out the cut crease in the brows, like subtle looks. To contour my nose, I've been contouring my nose with these two colors. Contouring my face with this color. Like, this is just such a versatile palette. And I want to say it's like, maybe it's like $8 at CVS. So maybe it's like $7 everywhere else, because CVS is kind of expensive. But this is Canyon Classics. I know there's a couple more colors. I think like some of them are warmer. But this is like the cool tone quad. And I love it so much. I have all the pan in the world hit on it. And the last products that we're going to talk about are these Makeup Forever lip liners. I'm not much of a lip boy, I mean, I will admit, but for the show I have like this really vicious like glossy black lip, and then like a classic like Marilyn Red lip, and then like one of those like 90s nudie Kylie Jenner lip type deals. And these Aqua lips by Makeup Forever are so beautiful. This one is in 12C. So this is like a really dark kind of plummy color, kind of like Night Moth. This one is in 8C, and this is just a classic kind of neutral red. And then this one is 3C, which is just a really neutral, like browny mauve shade. And this one is so pretty. I mean, granted, I probably won't use these two on the daily, but I use them for the show. And this one I have used quite a bit, like, in my everyday adventures. They are waterproof, so they are a wax-based liner, so they do feel like a little bit waxy, but not really, and they stay on so well. Like, you don't get that awkward, like, ring around, like, the inner part of your lip. Like, they just stay on so well. Those are incredible, and I would highly recommend these as a lip liner. I think that they're not drying, but they're also not moisturizing. So I think that if your lips are in a good state to begin with, and you just kind of leave them alone, then they'll feel good for a while. Alright, so those are my February favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy all these products as much as I do. I'm going to try to get out some more videos now that the show is up and running and I'm doing nothing with my life. So, I hope you guys have a really awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!